All right. Well, Justice, thank you so much for coming on and joining us here today. And just wanted to start out simply by asking, just how was your freshman season at Texas? I know you just wrapped up the regular season. Just what was that experience like? How did that first season go for you?
It was great, honestly. Coming in, I didn't expect to play a lot unless we were in high scoring game situations, but I was actually utilized, whether that's rotating in with the starter or, playing a little end in some other positions.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, guys, have had a strong season. And you kind of talked a little bit about it there, but just wanted to ask kind of what your goals, expectations were for your freshman year. And obviously, still a game to look forward to, but at least throughout the regular season, do you feel you met those kind of goals for yourself as the regular season just wrapped up?
I think my main goal was just to get like some experience under my belt so I can get ready for year two. I know in my notes app coming in for my freshman year, I had set a lot of goals for myself, such as various awards. But you aim for the stars, you might hit the moon. So
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Love that. And yeah, I know obviously being your freshman season, it's a season of first. You get the first tackle. I know you had your first sack against Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry. Just what were those moments like? And just how do you kind of hope to build on those going forward?
oh man, that was exciting. All the hours, the reps and stuff I've been putting in practice, finally showing out on the field, especially in one of the biggest games of the year, was such an empowering moment for me.
Awesome. Great stuff there as well. And just while we're talking, about your freshman year, I do want to take a step back, go back to your high school football career at Hewitt Trustville for a second, excuse me. You were obviously a tremendous athlete there. Just wanted to ask what some of your favorite moments were while playing there, and just how much did that program really kind of develop you and get you ready for what you've been facing now in Big 12, Power 5 college football?
I think Hewitt Trustful from a development standpoint was, great. Definitely got me ready for the next level. And it definitely put me in a position to be able to do things that I am now, especially with my strength coach. He was great too, developed me physically, and that's why I was one of the more physically developed freshmen on the team. Um, and one of my favorite moments playing in high school was playing this team named Thompson. They were supposed to be the number one team in our state. We didn't beat them our freshman year. Our freshman year, they had Talia Tagovailoa as quarterback, and then they had another quarterback named Sawyer Pate. That game, I recorded 3 or 4 sacks, and we ended up actually beating them. And we were their one loss, I think. So that was actually one of my favorite moments in high school because that's actually where I kind of blew up recruiting wise. Other than that, just getting to be able to play. I was used a lot. So I played all special teams. I played on offense, played on defense. So getting to just help my team in any way I could back then was great.
Yeah, no doubt. And you touch on some of the moments you had. You were an All-American, All-State player, four-star recruit, and being from Alabama, I think a lot of people, likely may have expected you to stay home with the Crimson Tide as you were coming out of high school. But just kind of what were the final few schools that you had your list narrowed down to in your recruiting process, and just what was it that really separated Texas apart from the rest?
So some of the schools that I ended up choosing in my top schools was obviously Texas, Alabama, Michigan was up there, Stanford. And really I based my recruiting off of books and ball. Because I know I wanted to be a surgeon and eventually go to med school. So education was really important to me, especially with doctors in the household. So Texas really put that on top because they have Dell Medical School. And with Alabama, I kind of saw it more as, football, 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 and not as much as what I was looking for on the education side of it. As far as Stanford, I saw more of the education piece, which was great, but also wanted to be developed as a football player. So, coming to Texas, I get the best of both worlds, and I'm forever thankful for this opportunity.
You just mentioned, within your household, I know both your parents being doctors, just how much did they help you within that recruiting process? As you said, not only with football, but the academic side of things as well. Just what have they meant to you as well over the years, on and off the field?
They're telling me like degrees from which institutions, how much like it speaks volumes when applying for jobs. To really look at the academic side of it, not only just for um, just to get an education, but for future endeavors, because football is not going to last forever. So I know I do want a great degree that speaks volumes, um, just because I know that football is not going to last forever, and having a degree from Texas actually is going to open a lot of doors in the future.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And, next couple questions I wanted to talk with you about, Justice, kind of do go beyond football a little bit as well. And wanted to talk a little bit about NIL and some of the deals that you have with that. And just wanted to ask first and foremost, being a college athlete now in this era, just kind of what is it like? How happy are you that you have these opportunities to, not only profit a little bit, but also just to build your brand and really make your name known, whether it's your website that you got, different services that you offer, or different companies that you partnered with.
It's actually such a blessing that I was able to be recruited in this era, where they're bringing NIL back because I get to be paid for all the hard work I do on the field. Um, with some of the deals I have, obviously good sport. I actually just did something for Activision for Crash Bandicoot, a game that they have coming out. And outside of that, it's been signings, maybe meetups, and that's about it. I haven't really found an agent yet, and I'm still looking for one. But yeah, I mean, I have my mom, which is my momager. She finds me deals here and there.
No, fantastic stuff. And yeah, I wanted to ask you about a couple of those partnerships as well, and specifically with Good Sport. I know you're part of, I think it's about 6 athletes that they have partnered with them. And just what was it about Good Sport that really kind of made you want to join forces with them? And just what do you love most about their products as well?
They really align with my values. Um, as far as the physical side of it, whether it's recovering or getting ready for games, good sport does is the best of both worlds. When I want to chill and just have a drink, good sport is good for that too. Um, and honestly, after drinking it, I feel great. And that's real. I knew, like, at first they said that they really like what they see in me. They like the type of kid I am, type of athlete I am. And they told me what they're all about. I told them what I was all about. And it really just made sense from there for me to join with them.
Yeah, no doubt. And you mentioned, your other kind of notable deal so far with Activision as well. I know that one was a little more recent. And again, one of several athletes, who did sign an NIL deal with them. Just tell me a little bit more about some of the specifics of that deal and what you'll be doing with that as well.
Well, I was actually giving away free game codes. We were making videos to kind of just promote the game. Um, and with that, it was just, kind of skits here and there on TikTok of just us playing the game. It wasn't anything really much to it. But I know like whoever got the most views, we get a PS5 to give away as well. But outside of that, I thought it made sense for me to do because growing up, I always had a PSP and I played Crash Bandicoot a lot on it. So I didn't mind doing this at all. It was great, bringing back a couple memories playing the game.
I bet for sure. Great stuff there. And last kind of NIL related question I got here for you, Justice. You talked about those kind of being your main deal. You've done some signings, stuff like that. Just kind of what do you think the future holds? Obviously, you're only a freshman right now at Texas, a few more years as a college athlete. Will you try to seek out any more NIL deals? Just kind of what do you think the future might hold for you within that realm?
Of course, I think me myself seeking out NIL deals, I'll probably get some more. But the more I play ball, keeping the main thing, those things will just fall in my lap. Um, I have been interested in doing something with this foundation called the Horn Fund, basically where I get to pick let's say, charity of my choice. So like homelessness, for example, is something I was big about. And I basically just make videos, giving away stuff to homelessness, raising awareness. And that's something I really wanted to do. Outside of that, there was nothing that, really caught my eye that was unique or kind of unoriginal from what anybody else is doing right now. Maybe a car deal, maybe more product promotion, but outside of that, nothing specific.
Excellent, but all great stuff. And again, we know you're already been successful within that, and sure the next few years that will continue on. Last couple points or questions I wanted to talk with you about here, Justice. Just kind of all looking at the future a little bit, and a lot of people have already seen your upside this season. Just kind of what are your immediate goals, as you finish off your freshman year, go into your sophomore season next fall at Texas, and really for the rest of your career and your time as a Longhorn as well?
I want to be used as more of an athlete that can play multiple positions. So my favorite player is Micah Parsons. A backup to that is Isaiah Sims, or Isaiah Simmons, I meant. And I like how both of them are just athletes. They could be used anywhere on the field. And for me, I think versatility adds a lot of value, not only on the draft board, but just to you as a person, whether that's on and off the field. And so for that, that's what I really hope to be next year. As far as goals, I think I would love to be the sack leader. I was really shooting for freshman of the year this year. I'm not sure if I'm in contention for that or not, but I would really love to be sack leader. Um, and hopefully in the Gursky semifinalists.
Awesome. No, definitely great goals to shoot for there. And at the top of that response, you mentioned a couple NFL guys, Isaiah Simmons, Micah Parsons, and just wanted to ask how far you think your football career can go. Do you think the NFL is a possibility? Just what's it going to take these next few years to get there, and how special would it be to play at that level?
Oh, it'd be very special. It'd be a blessing, actually. I always know, like, I've never been into sports up until then. Like, I would be playing little league, do something great. It was always something I was just naturally good at. So anytime I did something well, I was always nonchalant about it. I wasn't even sure with how like the process of playing in college, recruiting, and how that all went NFL until I actually just got my first offer my freshman year. And then I started really looking into all that stuff. And even then, it still took me some time to actually get into the sport and eventually becoming something that I love doing. So playing in the NFL, playing with some of the greats, and future greats, would be an amazing opportunity. And I think it's going to take a lot of hard work and sacrifice from now up until that point to get to that point.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, just going forward again, you kind of touched on this a little bit towards the top of the interview as well. But last thing I wanted to touch on here, Justice, if the NFL doesn't work out, or maybe, you do have a great NFL career and it's just after. But again, with your kind of focus on academics, focus of, things outside of athletics as well. So what might you want to do, or where could you see yourself potentially going career-wise?
Plastic surgery, but I'm also studying business, but I'm doing pre-med recs as my electives on the side. So plastic surgery, and then I've been really interested in entrepreneurship, starting my own business. Real estate is also something I'm really interested in. So just those two things.
Excellent. Well, that sounds great. Great info again to wrap it up here, Justice. Again, really appreciate your time with us. Really enjoyed learning a little more about your story. And, as I said, looking forward to putting things here together and for us to get this story up on our website, bvmsports.com. But yeah, again, thank you for your time. Wishing you the best here as you guys finish out the season, get into whatever bowl game you guys do land at, and hopefully we'll be in touch down the road again.
For sure. Thank you.
Yep, you got it. Thanks, Justice. Take care.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out our other videos and don't forget to smack that subscribe button down below while you're at it. Also, for more great and original content, head right over to bvmsports.com.